I'm going to do a quick review of this knife here. This is the CRKT. Get this out of here. Oh, it's a beast. This is the CRKT FORESIGHT. It's a sweet flipper, just a nice beastly flipper, kin onion style from the CRKT folks. Take a look at that before we get into it. Alright, let's get into it real quick here. Check it out. We got 3.5 inches. Now, it's 3.5 inches, but it seems, I don't know, it just seems like a bigger knife as far as the blade goes. I love this blade. I love the recurve. It's got Kin Onion's name on it. Love Kin Onion stuff. Can't hardly find anything of his I don't like. Love the rounded top, the rounded spine on this blade right here. It's rounded through here, and then it kind of swedges out down here. Just an excellently sharp blade. Hey, guess what I got in this last week here? Coupons! Alright, let's check that out. Let me open these up real quick. Get us a coupon. Oh, bad TV. It's not opening. Alright, what are we going to grab? Something apropos? No, not really. Alright. A little monthly card pass here. This thing is just super... This is how it came. Just super sharp. So it's got a nice slicey feel to it. It comes super sharp from CRKT. And this is AUS8 steel. So the steel is not the greatest, but unless you're a super hard user, I don't know if it's going to make a huge difference for you. It just feels, but this knife just feels awesome. Man, it feels great. And usually, well, not usually, but a lot of times when they put these pre-made finger grooves in here, they don't match up, they don't feel good, but this one just seems to fit just right in my hand here. Alright, so now I don't know what they're thinking here with the right hand. Of course, it's CRKT, so the right hand tip down only, which is weird. This because they got a really sweet lanyard hole. Alright, well, let's get into that real quick. Let's check out the handle. The handle's aluminum, and it feels good. This molded aluminum does it kind of cool in your hand. Not just cool to look at, but actually cool to the touch. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 inches of handle. So you got a substantial handle there, which is good because this first little finger area comes back a bit here and pushes your hand back a little bit, but not so bad. Like I said, it's got a really cool lanyard hole, generous lanyard hole. Got semi-open construction, so you can get in there, clean it out pretty easily. It's got the inset liner lock there, so that's pretty nice. It's super sturdy, just no play whatsoever. It is running on IKBS bearings, and that's why this beast blade can flip open so easily, just barely, and it's open. That's not even a problem. It's very cool. If you like a bigger blade like this, and you want something that just slams open, it's not a problem whatsoever. The detent is perfect on this thing. Let's see if we can just open it just barely to get open here. Yeah, even when you're just trying to barely open it, it just opens. Let's see. Yeah. Just the bearings and the detent make this just a perfect opening flipper. And I'm not going to beat it up to see how it holds up, but it's a sturdy feeling knife. It feels good. Let's see how much it weighs real quick. Let me grab the old scale here. Check this out. Here we go. Can y'all see that? Nope. Now I can. Alright. So it's 6.31 ounces. Not super tiny. But, you know, compared to what we have been playing with recently, it's pretty okay for some hard use or some bigger. And we got 179 grams for the European folks in the audience. So it's a little bit heavy if you're looking for a smaller EDC knife. If you're looking for something that it's not going to, but you know, compared to something like the 4Max or whatever else that I like to carry, it's not that big of a deal. I know some of y'all are in the 4-ounce range, and that's understandable. But I like this. I like the way it feels. I like the way it opens. I like the way it opens in my hand, both hands. You know, you can open it left-handed even if you're not that strong left-handed. Now I would like, of course, the clip to be in a different position, But besides the clip, I really have no arguments with this knife whatsoever. I showed you how sharp it comes, and it flips open great. And I love the size. I love that little recurve on the end there, the blade shape on this just gives it a really useful feel for slicing. Might have to stick this into a brisket this week. I have one in the fridge. Put that in there. And of course, King Onion's got that, that pot. It's kind of a King Onion thing, the way he does this stuff, so you can kind of look at it and think. But he does awesome things. I would love a King Onion custom, just to have one. Alright, so what I want to do now is just grab something real quick and maybe compare it to a couple of different more expensive flippers with the locks that are liner or frame locks like that. So the first one, now I don't have the actual version of this knife anymore, I just have the modded version, but this is a 560. So let's just put the 560 down there next to it, closed, before I open it up and you see how modded out it is. So you can kind of see the 560 just a little bit bigger there on the butt here. And then when you open it, there's the 560. Man, I love that 560. So you got of course this is the frame lock, but as far as now the steel on this LMAX, ooh, you can't go wrong with that. But just size, if you're looking for something in that size area and you're looking, man, I wish I had a bigger flipper, this is definitely gonna fill that need. Now this is gonna cost you about 1/3 of what this is gonna cost you. Now in the secondary market, maybe in the 1/2 region. So I think you can get these for about 70 bucks on Amazon, and these are gonna cost you anywhere to 160, 180 bucks on secondary market, unless you're finding one that's super cherry, and then maybe a couple $100. And now I'm going to compare it to something that's really big and monstrous and is in fact a liner lock like the CRKT. Let me move this out of the way just a little bit. And that is the Bruiser. Oh man, that's so snappy. Now this is a little bit bigger, but it just gives you that same kind of feel. So if you're looking for something that fills up your hand and is a good size, this feels bigger than it actually is. I mean, that sounds weird, but the blade just seems longer, and it's not. It just seems like it's bigger than 3.5 inches, but it works nicely. It works great. You saw the slicing ability of it, and it comes super sharp. You might have to resharpen it more often than you would this awesome Swedish D2 knockoff steel. Not knockoff, but their version of it, the K110. Yeah, is that it? K110? Yeah, this thing's awesome. This is a monster. The Bruiser. If you can get one of these, grab one of these. That's a great knife. So, but the Foresight, it feels like a big flipper knife. This is not something that you're going to take lightly, having in your pocket. And it's not super inexpensive though either. And that's one of the problems you're going to run into. It does have IKBS bearings. It is aluminum casing or aluminum handle, and that's all nice. And maybe you're paying extra for the King Onion name on it, and it's a great. I wouldn't have a problem. I don't know. Ooh, I say that. I think I would pay. I think $45 just because of the steel. Now I'm not dogging AUS8, and I know you got a bunch of AUS8 protectors out there that's going to tell you, well, AUS8's fine, and I think that's true. I think for the most part, nobody's going to end up testing their AUS8. I would say 90% of the people out there aren't going to test their AUS8 to the point where they know the difference between that and, say, their LMAX. However, for those 10%, I would say it's definitely, if you can find this for 50 bucks, I would grab it. If you can find an LNIB for 50 bucks, it's a great deal. It just fills up your hand. It's going to be something you don't mind taking out and trying out. And, of course, that doggone clip. But that's not going to be a huge deal. It's such a good knife. It feels so good in the hand. I don't think it's going to be a huge matter. I love the way it's molded. It feels totally comfortable. I don't feel any hot spots. And it just, I don't know, it checks off a lot of boxes. It's big, it's useful, it's sharp. Love the blade. The only thing, there's only two problems basically. That's the steel, AUS8. Again, if it was a little bit cheaper, that wouldn't be a problem. And the clip up, or the tip down clip on this thing, that's the other issue. But if you're gonna end up paying $200 for this, which I didn't, but I'm just saying, they're asking, man, that thing clacks open like a shotgun. What the world? Listen to this. Oh man. Does anything? No, that doesn't compare. Hold on, let's try this one. No. No, hey Mo. Check this one out. Whack. Alright, so back to the CRKT. 50 bucks, find it on the secondary market. You'll be happy with it. Stick a lanyard on that bad boy, you'll be super happy. Go out and test it in the woods. And I think it's just a good knife. It's a great knife. And that's about all I got to say about that. Let me do this one more time, just because. I don't want y'all to hear this. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so now we're just kind of getting repetitive here. Check this out. If you get a chance to get a good deal on one, grab it. Especially if you're a big knife person. Not like I'm a big knife person. Not that you're a big person who likes knives. Or you're big into knives as a person. But if you're a big knife, you're a person who likes big knives, this is the one for you. I guess that's it. Like here. Subscribe here. Share the channel. Get out there and spread out the PIF knowledge. And get some people signed up here. Okay, get over to Facebook. We got some cool people over there. Check it out. Got some giveaways going on, some challenges, got lots of good knife sales, lots of cool characters and crazy people. And if you're into Facebook at all and you like the channel, I think you'll love it over there. I haven't met too many people that don't like it. And I'll talk to y'all later.